Cindy. Welcome back to Studio Lou. So I'm here today with a thrift haul. I did a really big thrift haul yesterday. It just was a beautiful day of super hot weather. Although, you know, too hot to be outside, I think, for the majority of the day until we had this wild thunderstorm, which was like really nice to have in the afternoon. So I couldn't spend the majority of the day outside like I wanted to, though we did go for a walk in the storm, which was nice. But yes, it was pretty oppressively hot in the morning. So instead we did a little bit of thrift shopping and had a really good time. I got to take my daughter on her first shopping trip for like a year and a half or something, since like March, very early, around like the 1st or 2nd of March of 2020. So it was a pretty nice experience. The lighting is a little different today. I don't know if it's going to be too bright and sunny or not. I have a new light that's like a sunlight, and I just was thinking it would be nice to have it on this morning. So we'll see how the lighting looks. Anyways, let me get into the thrift haul. I'm just kind of gabbing here. So the first thing I found were these jumbo paper clips, and I've been looking for these. I already opened them because I took 4 out because I had to bind a book last night. So I've got to take these out and put them in something else. But they're these jumbo huge paper clips, and they're really great for when you're holding your pages together when you're binding your book. So I got a huge collection of those, more than I will ever need. I probably could pass some along. So that's that. Then I found like all sorts of fabric. So first I got this quite large piece. I would guess it is probably 2 yards. And it's linen, and it's like a nice kind of coffee tone. And it was $1.90. Okay, so actually, no, I don't have to guess. It is. Yeah, 1.4 meters wide and 0.95 meters long. So yeah, it's a nice big piece, and I'm probably going to use it in my eco printing workshop that I'm doing in July. And then I found this. It was $4, but I had to get it because it's the Hungry Hungry Caterpillar, and I thought it was super cute. And it's like a big bed sheet with all, like, it's a fitted bed sheet, and it's got lots of Eric Carle images all over it, and I thought that would be really fun to work with at some point. And then I found this nice piece of fabric. This is actually a lightweight linen as well, and it's plaid. And I'm going to make my daughter a dress out of it, and it was $2.50. So it's a nice, she liked it, and it's a nice color. So I don't know if the lighting is better without this lamp. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little better maybe because you can see the true color. So I'll go through the rest of the fabric stuff first, maybe. So some of it's a little bit boring. I did find a twin 100% cotton sheet for $2. It's got like nice blue selvage on it. And it's very like heavy, so I'll be eco printing with that. And then another piece of cotton. This one is yellow, and it's a little smaller. It's a pillowcase, actually, I think. Yeah. Actually, no, it's not a pillowcase. It's like a kind of like a card table cover. But yeah, these are all going to be turned into beautiful eco-printed fabrics. And yesterday was just a good day for linen. I found this huge piece of gray linen for $1, which is madness. And then I found this for 50 cents. It's just a cute, like, vintage tea towel. And it's also linen. And I got this set for, this was actually the pink were on sale, so I got it for $2 instead of $4. And it's just a set, I think, of 5 or 6 of these, 5 of them. These little napkins. I thought they would be nice for journal making. And then these little guys for 50 cents. There are 2, 4, 5 of those as well. And then another nice big piece of cotton for $2. And I found a nice aqua color doily, and it was 50 cents. And then these are really cool. So I saw these yesterday and I was like, I guess they're like a little bag for holding cards, like a card bag. I'm not exactly sure how they work. So this is a slot? No, oh, so the top here. So you'd put your cards inside here, and then you'd use it as a drawstring bag. But I got it for the fabrics because they're just these really nice little fabrics, and I thought they'd be like, they're great for little bits of, you know, fabric in a journal, and they have like a cool game theme to them all. So pretty cute little projects. So let's move those out of the way here. And then if you've joined me earlier, you know that this is a big, huge piece of pink fur. I'm working on sewing my own like 80s styled Popples toys. My husband actually just found me the original Butterick pattern on Etsy, and it's on its way to me right now. So it won't all just be me like trying to do the project with no guidance. And then I found a nice big piece of DMC fabric for stitching on. I always pick these up when I see them because like it's Aida cloth. We always need Aida cloth. And then I found like a dyed, it looks like it's been ice dyed, just a pillowcase, and I'm going to use it because it's cotton as a base for other dye work. Sometimes it's nice to have like already some kind of a base of dye underneath, because you'll get some different effects when you add the plants. And then I found this nice vintage pillowcase, and it's been embroidered with these lovely flowers. Maybe I'll turn the light back on. Got a bit of a shadow here. Wow, now we're in a solar heat wave. I have to play with the lighting. I'm just using this light because I don't know, it makes me like feel, even when it's not bright, but it's bright. It feels better. And then another boring big cotton sheet that I'm going to use. This is actually a cotton bamboo blend, so it's really soft and nice. So I want to see how that will turn out when it's been eco-printed. Okay, so now the other stuff. So I got this bag for $1, a bag of fabrics. Some of them looked kind of cool, so I thought, you know, we'll go through it and see what I will keep and what I will pass on. So I like this one. This is nice. It's like a peachy kind of color. Let me just turn that back off again so you can see the real colors. And then this is beautiful. Really like that. And this one too. Margaret Tarrant's Fairies. So this is like a, oh, it has fairies on it. Would you look at that? It's got little fairies in the flowers. They were hiding. Okay, I like that even more. Oh, that's beautiful. I couldn't even see that in the bag. I just kind of grabbed it because it was $1, but that's gorgeous. This is nice. Has like a very kind of vintage feel to it. And this bright purple, and that's quite pretty as well. Yeah, this was a score for $1. It's probably like, you know, a yard in some of these, maybe like a half yard in others. This one's the smaller one, but yeah. That's a lot of fabric for $1. Yay for thrifting being possible again. Pretty happy about that. My daughter was really stoked. I think this is like her first shopping trip at an age where she's actually personally interested in looking to buy some things, but also I think because she hasn't gone shopping as like a young person before, a lot of the things that she was picking out were kind of like not making a lot of sense for something a kid would want. Like she picked out a couple of like napkin rings. Sorry about that. I had to pause for a second because my husband is kind and wonderful and brought me coffee, so life is good. Okay, so other stuff I got a whole bag of these metal bobbins, because you can never have enough. Although this one is a weird, there's two like different weird big ones that are probably from vintage machines, which actually might fit one of my vintage machines. Then this is like a baggie of random sewing stuff, which I always pick up, like these kind of things, because I always need big needles and other stuff. So I'll get rid of this plastic thimble. I don't really think I need that for anything. And I'm not a thimble user. I'm just not. So lots of big needles, and yeah, more big needles. So that's great. I always need big needles. In fact, I will take one out right now for my table here because I somehow have misplaced one of them. And the rest will go in my sewing kit. That's very tight inside there. Let's give it a push on the table maybe and get it out. Oh my goodness, holy moly. This is like the tightest little thing. Okay, there, we'll stick it in my pin cushion, and the rest are destined for my sewing kit along with this. Then I found this. It was $3, but I really like these old measuring tapes. So there's a couple things that you can do with them. So this one doesn't appear to have it like its thing to hold it closed, right? So it might just be like a huge nightmare to manage because it's gonna all come unraveled. But you know what I bought this for isn't for like functional use really. This is a 30-meter tape. I actually just bought it for cutting, like for cutting into pieces for journals. So that's what I'm going to use it for. There we go. I think if I keep that light on the lowest setting, that might be better. Sorry guys, I'm playing with lighting today because I just want to find a way to have this sun lamp here. So anyways, this is fun. I'm going to keep it in my drawer of like textile stuff so it doesn't get all over the place. And then I found this necklace I bought to pretty much take it apart to add to journal charms and stuff. So see, it's got these really pretty like metal leaves all over it, little ones and big ones. So I thought that would be nice for putting on a journal. So I'll just plunk that in my little bits and bobs. I have a little jar of bits and bobs that I keep over here for exactly these things. I've actually managed to find my balance, I think, in like organizing my desk. Okay. All right, so then I found this, another lovely vintage pillowcase that's got lace on the edges and it's been embroidered with these flowers. Then this actually is a dress. And I'm trying to decide if I want to modify it to fit me. It's probably a little too small in the bust area for me. It's also very long, but I might actually just use the fabric. So, to be determined. Okay. I think that's all the fabric stuff. Now we can get into the other stuff. So, here's my first, probably boring to most people find. It's just, it was 50 cents, and all it is just a napkin holder, a wooden winsome china like napkin holder, and it was 50 cents. And the reason that I bought it is I just need something when I'm working on my journals to just hold my journal. Just hold it for me. So now we have this, and it's gonna hold my journal. Yeah, so that. Then sorry, this one is kind of hard to grab. I lied, there is more fabric. So this big mess, this big bundle of, I don't even know what these are. It was $3. And it's, I think it's like 2, maybe curtains? No, it's not. Yeah, I think it's like those little sheer kind of curtains that you would hang like a valance at the top of your window. But it's amazing lace. Like, it's really big and it's really beautiful. So there are 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and the third one is really long. So there's 3 of those. So I'm going to process this down probably so I can more neatly store it. Or just fold it up nicely and put it in my fabric drawer. then, okay, this I think really is the last piece of fabric. So this was $1 for this bundle. And these are those, so they're like pre-printed, made in the USA patterns to stitch on top of. Like you can stitch your cross stitch pattern. A couple of them are just blank pieces of cotton. So those are good for making test samples of eco printing and also for journal covers, things like that. This one has a swan. How nice. Those would be great for the Wild Swans journals that I already made, but it's funny how themes like that continue to come back like time and again, like certain themes that you work with. Okay, so now we can get into the books, because I got some pretty insane books, some really nice books. So this one, I was on the fence about getting it. It's Frances Hodgson Burnett, the stories The Secret Garden, A Little Princess, and Little Lord Fauntleroy. So I got it because I just love the cover. Like, that's just nice. It's got like a, you know, like a basket and a doll and like a ball and a hat, and like it's just a cute like book. It's a nice book, and I like the end papers a lot. And there's some really nice, there's some really nice illustrations inside. They're all black and white, but there are a few. So yeah, this one I was like, should I, shouldn't I? And I just got it because why not? It was one of those days where we haven't gone thrift shopping in a million years. So I just said, to heck with it, we'll get it. It's a nice big red book, and like, look at these, they're so cute. So that's that one. Then, these books just are, they're a hoot. They made me laugh. So, also, though, I actually think they're really useful. And, you know, this made me think about Catherine from Sunnyside Journals, because her little introduction card that she uses in her videos, where she shows her theme of her video every day, it's got a little outhouse on it, and I always have a giggle about that. So I saw these, and they're the same book. And so the funny thing is that I ended up grabbing them both because books were 50 cents yesterday. And so first of all, it has like this cool like Sears Roebuck catalog on the front, and then there's an inscription that's funny. To all who have found in the outhouses of the East places of refuge, utility, and meditative serenity, this book is dedicated with the hope that it may rekindle their warm interest in an area that has for too long remained but little more than a frozen asset in the treasury of our Atlantic heritage. So it has all these photographs in it that I love, like this outhouse, these geese, and I'm just thinking about how I can use them in journals, because they're just like nice pictures to begin with, but also, you know, you could make a really cute like journal tag with this, put a little gnome here, or, you know, there's a lot of fun things that you can do with this kind of photography, and it's on really nice paper too. So the outhouse books, I had to do it. Okay, so this book I got, it's a beautiful book. I've seen it before. I think I may even have one in my children's library. It's called Mixed Beasts, and it's Wallace Edwards. And the illustrations are amazing. They're by Wallace Edwards with Kenyon Cox's verses. So they're just really, really fun images of animals that are mixed, like two different animals. And this beaver, the bumble beaver, is the cutest thing in the world, and it always gets me. And this is a chicken kangaroo, or the kangarooster. Here, let me kill that light again. It's just not working for everything. The Pinot Hatch, it's a nuthatch peanut bird. The cream puffin. Come on, these are so cute, right? So yeah, in like all things, I have a sense of humor, and I think that this could be kind of fun. Then this book is called If You Find a Rock, and this is actually just something I want to read to my kids probably because it's just a nice book, but I thought I would share it because it was a thrift store find and it's just a nice book. And to be honest, I never sort things out before I do these videos because I just don't have time. And then I found this, The Curious Naturalist. Look at the cover. That's the whole reason that I bought this, because like it doesn't have a ton of my kind of content in it. I prefer illustration to photography most of the time for my journals. I mean, I do use a bit of photography and there is some illustration in here. But yeah, I got it because the cover was just amazing. And look at this moose. That's his teeth. I was like, what kind of creature is that? Yeah, so there's a bit of everything here. There are some nice illustrations. It's not all photography, thankfully. Not that I dislike photography. I just prefer a lot of illustration in my journals. And then this book. So as you probably know, I am a pretty secular person. I'm not religious, but I do really have a lot of respect of the art in the books of hours. So, you know, these were early religious, like, books that were hand illustrated and handwritten. And so I thought, you know, the images inside these books are absolutely beautiful. Of that, and the text and all of that, it's just really nice. So there's a lot of, the whole back of the book is all just like color photos, or not photos, sorry, yeah, illustrations, scans of the books that have been, you know, edited to be brightened up probably. So yeah, lots of just nice, like for collage, very nice little plates here and there. So yeah, I thought that was a nice find. And then this book, this just looks like the kind of book, like I'm going to read it to my kids first, and then I think it'll probably be one of those books that I use or I just kind of try to maintain the story. I'll have to read the story first. It is Love and Be Wise, illustrated by Jean Clevery, and has this nice card in the front. And the illustrations in it are really nice, a very unique style. And lots of like large words as well. So yeah, there's some nice nice things going on in this book. Nice illustration. Yeah, very cute. Oh, we have the shadow again. Today's my, I need to figure out my lighting kind of day. And I know I keep saying that, but it's this backlight behind me. Let me turn it off. Hold on. Okay, that's better. But I still feel like I'm a little dark. But then this is too bright. Let me see if we go to the lowest setting. And then we just duck it down a little. It's so hard to manage this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's just move on. So this is A Son of the Hills by Harriet T. Comstock. It's just a nice old book. Then, what year is it? Let's see. It is 1913. And then this one is Good Wives by, is it Mary Louise Alcott? Louisa M. Louisa M. Alcott. I always get her name in the wrong order. I don't know why. But this is published in, let's see, it has that nice paper in it. This might be, is this in English? Yeah, it's in London and Glasgow. So they often didn't include the date in their book, but I'm guessing it's early 1900s. It's a very beautiful book. And then this one, and goodness me, I gotta get this sticker off. Ugh. Why Why do you do this, Mission Thrift Store? Ugh, and it's going to be a difficult one, I think. Let's just stressfully do this together for a minute. Just slow and steady wins the race. Just be the tortoise. Let's just be the tortoise for just another second. Okay. Yay! All right, now. So this is the Hallett family, this book, and I love this cover. I'm just going to use a baby wipe, which you need to be a little careful with on these kind of covers anyways, because it can lift up the dye of the book if you're not careful. But in this case, I'm just going to get this sticky, icky glue off. Okay. This is probably like the easiest way to do this, is to just use a baby wipe because it's relatively gentle. At this point we are just lifting dirt. We're not lifting a ton of color, but a little bit. So I might need to just kind of go over the whole thing to just blend in, because the effect of the cleaning the book can sometimes change up the... Okay, there we go. Now, see, this stickiness is still there, but you can just kind of rub it with your finger and that will, it will peel up the glue. But you kind of have to keep gently wetting it and rolling it around. I sometimes use a book page to just because it's like a gentle texture of the paper pulp against the paper pulp. I've seen people like sand these off sometimes too, like with little bits of sandpaper, but I've never really wanted to do that because I don't want to damage the book. But see, this is why if you work in a bookstore or you're, you know, looking to sell books, that you never stick things like this on the cover. I'm happy to pick up a bit of this dirt anyways though. So this is a thrift haul / book cleaning video. It's just the way it goes. I can't just leave this though. It's just going to bother me if I let it sit with that sticker on there. All right, I will let it be for now. I'm going to let it dry and then I'm just going to finish. It needs maybe one more little, but anyways, so this spine is really pretty too. It's got the floral, the gold floral on the spine, and it has an emblem on the back. It's got a bit of dots and stuff from its days of being read and used. And inside it's got this United Presbyterian Church. It's an award for great Bible knowledge, I guess. That's not going to come off. And then this lovely book plate of the Hallett family, A Story for the Young by Aunt Friendly. Just trying to see when it was published. Again, it doesn't have a publisher's date. It's got some nice little drawings inside, and the end papers are amazing. It wants to come out of its cover, definitely. Got a few little, yeah, there they are. There's a little book plate. But yeah, just a cute little book. I just spent way too much time on this. Okay, and then this, which is a little set of Grand Central Station, New York reproduction postcards. But I just thought they were fun ephemera. And then I found about 3 or 4 bags of just iris floss. So they were at like $1.50 each. So I picked them up because I'm doing so much embroidery right now. And then a bunch of zippers, because I'm always sewing dresses and I need to sew a bunch of dresses. And then I found this. This is really cool. So this was $1, and it's a good amount of this. It's wired ribbon, but I thought it looked really like like, I don't know, like folky and vintage, and I really like it. It feels like a linen. It's like linen embroidered or something, but it's got the wires in it, so I was pretty happy to find that. Sorry, I have a super heavy book here. So the next couple books are like gold mines. They're the greatest thing ever. This one that I paid $5 for, it's huge. It's the Handyman Encyclopedia. And again with the sticker, but this one doesn't bother me because I'm not really going to be using the, I'm not going to use the cover for a journal or anything, so I don't need to obsess over this. But this is a really big book. It's hard to fit in frame. I'll turn it sideways so that you can see. You know, these are my hands, so this is the book. It's a big book, and it's also very thick. See, it's huge. So if we open it up, it is, its closure is with these big screws, and it's got this cool wood front. It is 1962, no, sorry, 1963 edition. And the paper is amazing inside. It's like, it's got a really nice patina on it, and it's got lots of cool like illustrations. It's all about like the home. And I mean, it's just, it's massive. And I love the colors in it. There's some cool illustrations, like vintage photos, lots of diagrams, like nice vintage pictures of people. You know, like it's just, it's got that old catalog feel to it. And it's like, they're a bunch of, like, it's separate magazines. You can see they're on these bolts. And the last one is lost its end. But yeah, pretty cool. So that's that big monster. Okay, so this one, this is the find of my day. Look at this book. Oh, so this one I found at a thrift store, but I will be transparent that I paid $20 for it because it is worth it. Every bit of it is worth it. It's thick. It is the Hills Manual of Social Business Forms. It's more than I normally pay for a book, but I wanted this because I'm also going to scan it. So I will probably make some digitals to share this because it's amazing. So it's from I believe 83. I gotta double check that. Yes, 1883, Chicago. And it is all sorts of different like business forms, how to write them. So the form of a letter and parts of a letter, and yeah, it's got all sorts of cool like shorthand information. Lots of this kind of stuff in here. These plates with tissue between them, and this amazing text. Lots of really neat like fonts, you know, like different text, and this let's get this onion skin here, paper. See, it's so beautiful. And then I love these vintage, these images of hands writing. But yeah, it's a huge book. There's like certificates, letters asking favors, letters accompanying gifts. That's beautiful. Letters of friendship and relationship. You know, family register, marriages, family records, party invitations, etiquette of the street. This is how to be in a gang in the 1800s. You can't like miss how cool these are. Bills of purchase, orders, receipts. Oh, what's this? I always love finding these things. I'm actually going to make a video about some cool stuff recently that I found inside books. It's just a bunch of illustrations. That's pretty cool. The planting of the apple tree. The old oaken bucket. Lots of cool stuff in here. Here's another little surprise. Pleural pneumonia. Pleural pneumonia. That's no good. You don't want pleural pneumonia. Amazing images in the back. Yeah, so anyways, words for parting. Just a beautiful book. end papers are also lovely. It's been taped back into its spine. It really wants out of its spine. It's had it. Okay, hold on. One more thing, I think. Maybe a couple more things. We'll see. No, the rest is just floss and zippers, and you've seen that already. So this is the last book. This is the Sunday Times Book of the Countryside, including 1,000 Days in and Out of Great Britain and Ireland. So another big book. This one is not as old. It is from, let me see, 1980. But it's got a lot of nice images inside. Let me find them. So here we go. Hold on. So like garden blueprints, maps, lots of this kind of stuff, which I really like. These kind of illustrations that are kind of like science meets art. Lots of photos, black and white images, illustrations of animals, plants, mushrooms. Yeah, so that is the last of the books. So that is the thrift haul for today. Thank you so much for joining me. All of my information is down below in the description box. Have a great day. See you in the next video.